Okay, here is week 7 through 12 of the timeline. Starting with Jesus the Messiah. And then we have year 180. Pentecost in the early church. You're going to kind of make a fire on your tongue because that's what happened in Pentecost. In the early church, you're going to take a seed and you're going to put it on the ground. Pentecost in the early church. Persecution spreads the gospel. You're going to kind of fight. And the gospel is G. Spreading your butter on your bread. Okay, persecution spreads the gospel. Here it's temple destroyed by Titus. So this was our sign for temple destroyed by Titus. So it's like a T here for temple destroyed and another T here for Titus. Here's temple destroyed by Titus. Diocletian, do a D for Diocletian, and divides the Roman Empire. Okay? And Constantine legalizes Christianity. So C for Constantine, legalizes Christianity. And India's Gupta dynasty was known as the Golden Age of India. So you guessed it, we're going to do India's Gupta dynasty. India in gold. Okay, so recap week 7. Jesus the Messiah, year 180. Pentecost in the early church. Persecution spreads the gospel. Herod's temple destroyed by Titus. Diocletian divides the Roman Empire. Constantine legalizes Christianity. India's Gupta dynasty. All right, going to week 8 is Council of Nicaea. Now the Council of Nicaea met to discuss the Trinity. So we're going to do Council of Nicaea, right? 3 in 1. Council of Nicaea. Augustine, starts with an A. Augustine of Hippo had a huge conversion. Okay, so you're just going to take your fist like this, and then you twist them like so. Okay? Augustine of Hippo. Jerome, you do a J for Jerome, completes the Vulgate. The Vulgate is the Latin version of the Bible. Visigoths, do a V for Visigoths. Sack, like you're taking all their stuff. Rome. The Middle Ages, we're to the Middle Ages. You're going to take like a O in the Middle Ages, circa 450 to circa 1500. Council of Chalcedon met, they discussed the two natures of Jesus. Council of Chalcedon. Western Roman Empire falls to barbarians. So you're going to do a W and you're going to move it west. Even though that might not be west, we're just going to go west, okay? Western Roman Empire falls to barbarians. Okay, so recap week 8. Council of Nicaea, Augustine of Hippo, Jerome completes the Vulgate, Visigoths sack Rome, the Middle Ages, circa 450 to circa 1500, Council of Chalcedon, Western Roman Empire falls to the barbarians. Week 9 is 580. Byzantine Emperor Justinian. Byzantine Emperor, do an E across like a sash, Emperor Justinian, a J for Justinian. And then we have Benedict, do a B for Benedict, and monasticism. So you're going to take 2 M's and you're going to make like a hood for the monastery hoods. Benedict and monasticism. Mohammed founds Islam, so another M. Mohammed founds Islam, like they're on their knees praying. Founds Islam. Zanj in early Ghana in Africa was about trade. Okay, Zanj in early Ghana in Africa. Franks, do it. Franks defeat. This is an F, and you go. Franks defeat the Muslims, right? Our little bendy knees again. Muslims at the Battle of Tours. Golden age, this is our gold again, of Islam. We're gonna do the bendy knees again. Ooh, Vikings, raid, and trade. Okay, so it's kind of similar motion, but first you're like grabbing stuff, and then we trade stuff. Okay, so recap of week 9. Byzantine Emperor Justinian, Benedict and monasticism, Mohammed founds Islam, Zandrian early Khan in Africa, not gold trade. Franks defeat the Muslims at the Battle of Tours. Golden age of Islam, ooh, Vikings raid and trade. That was week 9. Going on to week 10, Japan's Heian period. This was, okay, so for Japan, we kind of just traced the outline of Japan, which is kind of like a crescent moon, okay? Japan's Heian period was about the different classes. So kind of like feudalism, so you just like do the different classes, okay? Japan's Heian period. Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe. So you're going to take 2 C's and you're going to crown Charlemagne. Crowned Emperor of Europe. So we're going to take our E and do a little sash because he is like Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe. Alfred the Great of England. Do an A for Alfred the Great of England. You're going to shake your own hand. Okay? Alfred the Great of England. Eric the Red, Leif Erikson. So this is the sign for red in sign language. Eric the Red, and Leif Erikson was his son. So you're gonna do like your rockin' baby. And then Norse explorers. You're gonna just explore over here and explore over there. Okay. Eric the Red, Leif Erikson, Norse explorers. Vladimir, do a V for Vladimir. The first of Kiev, do a K for Kiev. And then B for Byzantine Emperor. Another B for Basil the Second. After that, East-West Schism of the Church. Okay, so recap of week 10. Japan's Heian period. Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe. Alfred the Great of England. Oh yeah, shaking our head. Eric the Red and Leif Erikson, Norse explorers. Vladimir the First of Kiev, Byzantine Emperor Basil II. East-West Schism of the Church. All right, week 11 is Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe. So you're gonna conquest. And feudalism was just like the classes in Japan too, in the Heian period, okay? So Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe. The Crusades, those guys wore a cross, the red cross on their outfits and stuff. Okay, so the Crusades, Zimbabwe and early Mali in Africa. Zimbabwe means enclosure or wall of stone. And Mali dominated the gold trade. So first we're going to make our wall. Zimbabwe and early Mali, and for Mali in Africa. There's our goal. So Zimbabwe, early Mali in Africa. Aztecs of Mesoamerica built pyramids. Aztecs of Mesoamerica. Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas. So we're just going to do an F for Francis of Assisi and a T for Thomas Aquinas. Japan's shoguns, they were the warriors with big old swords. You're going to draw your sword. Japan's shoguns. Incas of South America. The Incas of South America lived in the Andes Mountains. So you're just going to make a little mountain range there. Okay, recap of week 11. Here we go. Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe. The Crusades, Zimbabwe, and early Mali in Africa. Aztecs of Mesoamerica, Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas. Japan's shoguns, Incas of South America. And week 12 we have, this is where the song changes its tune a little bit. Genghis Khan rules the Mongols. Okay, so for those guys, we're going to do a G for Genghis. Genghis Khan rules the Mongols. You got to kind of do like a mean march because they were kind of crazy mean. And England's Magna Carta. Magna Carta means Great Charter. So, England's, remember you shake your own hand. England's Magna, like it's like the Great Carta. You do a C here at your hand and a C down at your elbow. England's Magna Carta. Ottoman Empire. So we do an O for Ottoman and we trace the shape of Turkey or Asia Minor. Okay, it's kind of ovalish, kind of. Okay, Ottoman Empire. Marco Polo Journey to China. So we're gonna do Marco Polo Journey to China. That was our sign for China. The 100 Years War and Black Death. 100 years, we're gonna do 1 and a C for century, right? That's 100. 100 Years War and Black Death, like you died. And Renaissance is a rebirth. So it's like, oh, comes forth new. And China's Ming Dynasty. China's Ming Dynasty built a majority of the Great Wall. So they're building, okay? So let's recap week 12. Genghis Khan rules the Mongols. England's Magna Carta. Ottoman Empire. Marco Polo journey to China. 100 Years War and Black Death. The Renaissance. China's Ming Dynasty.